Hi guys, this is a little different today. This is just a reminder regarding your subscription for a YouTube channel. Um, I've got something like 10 to 11,000 people watching some of my motorbike video, but I don't even uh, going over 200 subscribers. So this is wrong. This is wrong. I need you to subscribe to the channel because this is what count for YouTube. I I'm over 80,000 view of my videos, but not so many are subscriber of my channel. So please do it. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Hi guys, I decided today to start another type of video about my motorbike. I will try to make a list of tips and feedback regarding this bike. So maybe I will do one video at a time and altogether build a longer video on my computer later. We'll see how it go. Anyway, this one I will start with the lateral stand. I recommend on, especially on a big heavy motorbike, not necessarily an FJR, but many bikes are concerned about that. I would recommend to park your motorbike on the central stand if you've got one, instead of leave it on the lateral stand. Obviously, when you're going for a little shopping or something, it's no big deal. But if you leave your bike for quite some time, let's say you're going to work, you leave your bike for 8, 9, 10 hours at a time on the lateral stand, what's going on? It's you put a lot of pressure on the fork sealing of the left side of the motorbike. And when I said that, in fact, I've noticed with my experience on the long run with different motorbikes, then when my fork sealing leak, it's always on the side of the lateral stand, because obviously it's not only because we put the bike on the stand, but it's also because at that time when you put the bike on the lateral stand, you not only have more weight, you almost have all the weight on one side of the fork. So it's a lot of weight when it's a very motorbike like this one. So if you leave the bike for a few minutes because you're doing a quick shopping, no big deal. But if you leave the bike for days ongoing in your, where you park your motorbike, or if you're going to work every day and leave the motorbike every day on the lateral stand, at the end of the day, I can guarantee you then when you will have to replace a fork sealing, it would be the left side would be gone by, most of the time. This is what happened. It's not stronger than the other one, but take way more pressure very often. So I do recommend to, when you can, to park the bike on the central stand. It's more stable. You never know what could happen. Somebody can try to going on a bike or whatsoever. And on the other side, you will save a little more your fork sealing. All right, so this one, it's regarding the filming. If you plan to film your trip when you're going somewhere, I do recommend to already install some of this sort of brackets on the motorbike. Like I've got one on each mirror here, and I've got one here as well, plus on my helmet and such. But yeah, having this already fitted on the bike mean then you can easily move your GoPro or any action cam for the purpose. You can move the camera very quickly to get another angle, another view of the bike or of the trip. I even put one bracket underneath here. I'm not sure if I will use this one. I'm not sure if the camera can eventually touch the mudguard here. I have to check that. So by the way, if you did it on your FJR, just let me know if it's relevant to have a camera here. I think I would like the angle with the road up front, but I'm not sure about that. So yeah, I think it's better to have all these brackets fitted on the motorbike, and getting getting a good angle, a good video, and not having to research the best angle to, for example, if you put your action cam here and the purpose is to film the rider, then when you will fit this bracket you can adjust it properly. Then as soon as you will put the camera here, you will immediately film the right angle. So it's important to have this already fitted on your bike, and it will make your life easier and make some good trip. And if you ride with some friends, you can film them and share the video and such and such. It's pretty cool. Regarding the top case, there is something I mentioned in a previous video. It would be nice to have a sort of things inside in a foam or something like that to separate your stuff in there, because if you carry an helmet, okay, fair enough, the helmet probably take almost all the space of the top case. But if you carry something else, if you have some shopping, a bottle, some eggs or whatsoever, it's challenging and things can easily break inside because everything move in the top case. So if you have a good option or something you already use on your bike with your top case, please feel free to share and leave a comment about that. I already mentioned it in the past. I plan to put something in there to separate eventually what you put in there, so a foam or something. I didn't find the right thing yet, but if somebody's got a good idea, I'm more than happy to film it and doing it, and so we can share all together the best way to deal with this. Regarding the battery and the connection, I do recommend to do something with this bike. Whatever you want to do would be better than nothing. As a reminder, the battery of this motorbike is here under the fairing here, which is very difficult to access. You have to remove all these screws and to access the battery. So imagine your breakdown on the side of the road, then before anything else you have to have the tool to be able to remove all of that. So I really do recommend to have a quicker way to access your battery. So in my case I've done two connections. I've got this, which is a cigarette lighter WSB. So you've got WSB, you can connect your items like camera, phone and such to charge them here. And the cigarette lighter, you can connect a charger, you know, this sort of throttle charger who keep charging for winter, for instance, to keep the battery in charge. And this connector, it's another thing. It's in fact a connector plugged to my battery with his proper protection fuse and such, and it allowed me to connect a lithium battery pack, which is in fact in my motorbike. On the side Pioneer, I've got a bag with all my tools, which include the battery pack, and from that battery pack I can jump start in fact the motorbike without removing the fairing or anything through that cable, because I've got the connector, the male connectors going on this female connection. So this is a female connection, the red one with a little cap, and my male connection can be plugged there with the battery and jumpstart the motorbike. So I really do recommend to do something like that. It's not because the battery's got any problem. My battery lasts, if I don't touch a motorbike for days ongoing, no problem, I can start, no problem at all. But if for whatever reason it happened and you can't start, then the problem is the access of the battery is so difficult. Then I really do recommend to have a quicker way to jumpstart the bike. All right, so regarding engine and servicing, I think the FJR is quite handy and easy to access. So if you do the oil engine replacement, the filter is here, the oil level is here, and the oil replacement is pretty handy, pretty easy to access. Even to refill, it's here, so you don't have to remove much, and you don't remove any part of the fairing to access all of that, so it's pretty handy. So that's one thing you can do yourself, even if you never did it before. There is plenty of video online about people who are showing you how to do it. So I would suggest to have a good look, because you will save some money per doing this yourself. And it's pretty fun for me, I think. What else? So you can also replace the air filter, which is not difficult as well. You've got a couple of screws to remove. And the next thing you can do, uh, I mean, these three things are very easy and very accessible. That's why I mentioned that. But there is many of other stuff you can do yourself. But engine oil, engine filter, air filter, and shaft oil, I do recommend all of that. It's very easy. Shafts. So you've got so on the bike, we all use the same size of refilling screws and draining screws here. The same system for the engine and the shaft, so it's the same. I would say it's the same washer on it, so it's easy. After, as you maybe know, for the bike, it cost me around $20 for the shaft oil, and you can do your shaft oil replacement when you do the engine oil, which is not bad. It's supposed to be a little more. I think it's I don't know, 15,000 K or something for the shaft oil. Maybe check on your documentation, but you can do it when you do the engine oil, because on that bike it's 10,000 K for the engine oil, so you can do the shaft as well. And it's pretty handy, very accessible. You don't need much tools, and I really do recommend to do this yourself, because you will save on your service on a bike, and you will also know more your bike and see a lot of stuff when you do that. You can have a good look to your tires, for example. So yeah, that's something I really recommend to do it yourself. It's drive shaft and engine oil, and air filter. This is something you can do and save plenty of money that way.